Good morning, everybody. First of all, thank you for coming to this Breakthrough Management Sales seminar this morning. Although Dale Carnegie do work with skills and train people on skills, the part that I am most interested in is they can change the behaviour of salespeople. JPE recruit people based on the attitude, desire and passion of the individual rather than just their skill and ability. And when Tamsin pitched that to me, it completely inspired me. I've seen it presented on several occasions, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy the presentation this morning. Thank you.
So welcome to this board meeting. Sales are down, the sales team are underperforming. What are we going to do about it?
Motivate.
Motivate. Okay, what else? Bill.
Need to fire a few, I reckon.
Okay. So, what else are we going to do about it? What else are we going to do about it? Retrain them. Come on, let's have some ideas. Retrain them.
Give them more leads to work on.
Give them all leads to work on.
Incentivize.
Incentivize them. Right, okay. What with? Okay.
What they want. Find out what they want.
Find out what they want. What else? Come on, wait, they're underperforming. What are we going to do about it?
Combine motivating people and, a lot of understanding needed between parties.
And what's going on for you right now that's prompted you to be here?
A need to get something organised to train.
Okay, the next question would be is for everyone to think and write down personally, what is it that you're not doing, that you could do in order to enable that? What's, in other words, stopping you from doing that? Not what's stopping them, what's stopping you from helping that breakthrough to be achieved. One of the questions you might want to ask yourself is, how much of the paperwork that I've got on my desk is contributing to the success of my salespeople?
You shouldn't be able to manage yourself. You shouldn't even be able to drive yourself. These things about motivation. If you're not motivated yourself by within your DNA doing that job.
What has been the norm there?
Because we expect a lot from people, and we give a lot of freedom.
Okay, who else? That's a pretty interesting breakthrough.
What I've got is for breakthroughs is improved understanding of how our technology can help our prospects, yeah, but also which is actually a bit standard around the breakthrough. Maybe as a result of your prompting, an improved understanding of how their change process is implemented, because we can't just chuck in the technology because it's actually a new way of working.
Imagine the most successful salesperson that you've ever come across. Some people may be thinking of themselves, which is great. And start to think about what are the qualities, the facet, the aspects of that particular person. Just for a moment, get that person in your mind. Now, please, would you call out what makes that person successful? And let's see if we can get a really big list here of those particular qualities. So what have we got?
Relentless.
Relentless. Oh, great. Yep. Yep, go on. What was that, sorry? Rapport. So ability to build rapport with other people. Fantastic. What else?
Confident.
Extremely important. What else?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor, really? Was that likability?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. And one more? Helpful. So you guys want a sales team full of people like that, is that right? Well, these are excellent qualities. Some of them you may find are particularly useful for your own industry, the own business that you work for. Others, we may agree, are pretty much universal. So how do we find people with these qualities? Because that's the key question. And to dig down even further into that question is, what is it exactly that we're looking for? And what I've found in the past when I've been interviewed and when I am interviewing, that some types of questions give me more value, give me more information than others. At the risk of teaching my grandmother to suck eggs here, let's have a look at some of these types of questions and which would be the more useful. So open questions typically give me information. They're the what, where, why, how, those kind of questions. And most of my questions are going to be focused around there. I tend to start with a tell me question. Contrary evidence. This, again, one of my favourite questions. You know that candidate you get and every answer they give is brilliant because they're just so good at being interviewed. You know, they've got loads of examples, they're putting their best forward. So I hear 3 examples and it was all about how brilliant they were. Great, it's really good to hear that you've had so much success. Tell me about a time when you weren't successful. It throws them a little bit as well because they're not prepared to tell me about a time when they've failed. Salespeople don't like that. But what I'll get from that is how will they cope with failure, frustration, the market not going their way, 20 no's in a row. What I want to hear about is how they're going to cope with the lows as well as the highs. So those questions in black I tend to find quite useful. These next 3 in red, use with caution. The hypothetical question, what would you do if? Why is that not such a good question? What kind of answer do you get back?
The answer that you want to hear, maybe.
Probably the answer you want to hear. You get a theoretical answer. What you actually are testing for there is knowledge, skill, and attitude. Knowledge, quite clearly, they've got to be knowledgeable, they've got to know what they're talking about. Skill, we've talked a little bit about that already in terms of their skills at selling. And attitude, just about what's going on upstairs.
How many times have we said, everybody can see this? Go do this and you'll be successful. What happens? Oh, yeah. You'll get this result. How many people go off and do exactly what you ask them to do? All the time? Some of the time? True? We think frustrating, isn't it? You know, they know what to do, but why on earth don't they go and do it? A large part of this is down to who we are. A lot of it's down to confidence, for example. In order to talk to someone at a high level, that person perhaps needs to have the confidence and self-belief. So we're not going to just expect people to do and get results. We somehow need to take them through a process of being able to change their behavior by changing their perception, maybe of who they are, the situation, their attitude. Pretty tall order, and John Paul was talking about getting behavior change. This is how Dale Carnegie tend to get people to change behavior permanently.